Shalom. This is the ISUPK, the Command General Hannah. So we're going to start the service right La Yasha'ala. So we're going to rise and face the east and send up the prayers, the Lord's Prayer, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Badash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Velakwaka, Laba'a, Ratzayaka, Haya, Aisha, Barakza, Kawor, Haya, Bashemaya, Ethelanawa, Ekam, Kaz, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawakinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Ayanawa, Wanasayawan, Abod, Hawishainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Leka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahafara, La'aiwalamya, Aman. And in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Let's pray the Hakah, the power, Yahweh, Ba Hashem Yahushai, Ba Kushah, the Thundernawa, Hakah, Hakah, Larafa'ah, Kal Makala, or Kal Madawa, Hakah, Lata'ah, Hamat Hazarayim, Hakah, Lahakbiyah, Hamakbiyah, Hakah, Al Rakawa, Hatama Allah, the Garbishan, Ba Hashem Yahushai, the Wada Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Next prayer is the blessing, Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Mayaka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Batal Zabiyah, Ala Wakya Hana, Ha Ala Wakya, Ha Saranya, Ha Patzayanya, Ha Kalyayalya, Wa Akwafya, Yahweh, Wa Hashem Yahushai, the Wada Aman. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Next one is Psalms 121. Asha'ar Ayanya, Al-Ahayim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shemaka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawama, Yashra'ala, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tezalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ayakayaka, Wayarak, Velayala, Yahweh, Yashemaka, Vakal Rai, Yashema, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashema, Kaza'afka, Wabawa Ayaka, Ma'aifa, Wa'aida Bulam. Amen. And in the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hill, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83. Alahayim, al damayalakar, al fakarash, wa al fashakwat, al kayahana, awab yakar, yahama yawan, ra'ash, ayel aymakar, ya ira yamwa, sawadar, wa yathar, ya aitazawa, al tazar fawandika, amawa, lakawa, wanakakida, mogaya, wala'a, yazakar, Sham Yashra'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alika, Waya, Yakaratwa, Alahaya, Adawam, Wa Yashama Aliyah, Mawa Abba, Wa Hagayim, Gabad, Wa Imawan, Wa Imala, Palasha, Ain Yishavya, Hazawa, Gum Ashawa, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Darawai, Labanya Lawa, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Wanakal, Wayashwan, Nashamadwa, Wayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayathamwa, Nada Yamawa, Ka'ira, Wakazahaba, Wakazaba, Wakazalmanai, Kalanasaya Kumwa, Ashar, Amawa, Mayarisha, Lanawa, Ah, Naawa, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Bakar, Kaash, Sabaaya Yaira, Wakalahaba, Kalahat, Hayam, Khan Paradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawa Paka, Kabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamkar, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ai, Wayakapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayatha, Shamkar, Yahweh, Labadka, Aliwan, Alkaha, Raksta, Amen. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabor, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, as the brook of Kizan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Horeb, and like Zayed. Yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of the Most High in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. So be it. Curses, blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, or the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. So with that, we're going to be seated. Okay, so we're going to pick up from last week. Deuteronomy 6 and 24. So Deuteronomy 6 and 24 in the Hebrew. Wayatazar wanawa Yahweh la'ai shawaf af kal haka kwayam hala'a layara af Yahweh alahayanawa latawab lanawa kal hayamayam lak yathanawa ka'a what's like ka hayawam hazar watazar wa tazadak tha'aya lanawa kaya nashama la'ai shawaf af kal hamatazawa hazaf lapanya Yahweh alahayanawa ka'asha tazanawa. Deuteronomy 7 and 1. Kaya Yaba Ya'a Yahweh Alahayaka Al Ha'arataza Asha Atha Ba'a Shama'a Larash Ta'a Wanashal Gawayam Rabayam Mapan Ya Mapan Yaka Hakafya Wa'aga Gashaya Waha Wa'amaya Wa'akan Akana Wahapa Zaya Wahakawa Waha Yaba Wasaya Shabai Gawayim Rabayim Wa'aitaza Wamayam Mamak Wanakam Yahweh Alahayaka Lapanya Wahakaya Hakaram Hakar Rayam Atham La'a Thakaraf Laham Barayaf Wala'a Thakanam Wala'a Thaka Thawa Bum Bathaka La'a Tathawa Labanawa Waba Thawa La'a Hakwak Labanak, verse 4. Kaya Yasaya Af Banak Amakaya Wa'ai Badawa Alahayim Akayim Ach Waka Ra'a Ach Yahweh Bakam Wahashamai Daka Maha, verse 5. Kaya Ka'a Tha'ai Shawa Laham Mazabak Yaham Thatazawa Wamataza Batham Thasha Bara Wa'ash Yaraham the God Iwak Wapasa La Yaham the Shah Rapawa. One second. One second, Akil. All right. Where was he? Deuteronomy 6 and 5. Sorry, 7 and 5. Th- Thashabawa wa Ashar Rayam. So, 5. The God, the I, Wam, Wapasai, Layahum, the Shah, Rakawa, Ba'ash. Right, so we start from Deuteronomy 6 and 24 to 7 and 5.
Deuteronomy 6 and verse
24.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 24. And the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good, for always.
So now, what are the Israelites saying here? That the Lord commanded us to keep these statutes for our good always, man.
Right.
What's the emphasis meaning? You keep this. This will always be for your good. This won't hurt you. And you know, so many people, because of living in a sinful world, most people look at the laws of the Bible as hard work, not realizing these same laws are for your good, man.
That's right.
The Lord's saying, you know, refrain from whoredom, refrain from drugs, refrain from bestiality. Those things are for your good, man. Look at this world now. People live how they want to live, and they die. Dying of AIDS and getting all STDs and, you know, all things that if you was to serve the Lord, it would be for your good always, man.
That's right.
Read on.
That he might preserve us alive.
There you go. And if you keep God's laws, that he might preserve you alive, meaning the Lord might put you to death for something else. But by you keeping his laws, he might keep you alive, man. You might go, you know what? That person there, he's kept my laws. I'm going to keep him alive.
Right.
I'm going to give him another chance because this person kept my laws. By you doing that, it lets the Lord have mercy on you, man. By you obeying the Lord, it lets the Lord have mercy on you. Reader.
As it is at this day.
So meaning the same way you are alive today, you know what I mean? You follow the laws, it will keep you alive tomorrow, man. Keep you alive next month.
That's right.
Keep you alive next year. Keep you alive the year after. Reader.
And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments.
Okay, so now it's letting you know this shall be our righteousness, meaning if you are black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, your righteousness is keeping the laws of God, man.
That's right.
Your righteousness is not being a good man in England, man. Your righteousness is not what job or what level of education you can achieve. Your righteousness is obeying the Lord, man.
That's right.
And that's something we need to learn. You know, growing up in England, what do many people expect of you? That your righteousness is going to college, going to university, having an excellent job, just loving off white people, you know what I mean? Being that nice, a gentleman. But that's not the Lord's righteousness, man.
Right.
If you're black, Hispanic, Native Indian, that is not your righteousness. That's what England perceives as righteousness. But that's not what God requires of you, man.
That's right.
Reader.
Before the Lord our God, as he commanded, as he have commanded us, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
All right, so now the Lord's saying when we get this promised land, there are 7 nations mightier than we are, man. Now, what does it mean by that? Remember, we've been in the wilderness These nations are mighty, man. They're working with iron, got body armor, towns, high walls, fence walls. They're mightier than us. Their nation is established. That's what makes them mightier. They're established. So saying when you go into this land, you're gonna encounter 7 nations mightier than you, man.
That's
Nation with body armor, greaves, you know what I mean, their leg body armor, you know what I mean? All things that right now we don't have, man.
right.
All we got is just swords, you know what I mean, and that's it. But we got the Lord with us though.
That's right.
Read on.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
So now the Lord's saying, yes, these nations are greater and mightier than you. But guess what? The Lord is going to deliver them into your hand, man.
That's right.
Meaning, although they're greater than you, what the Lord's going to do for you is those great nations, they're going to be delivered into your hand. And that's the power of the Lord, man.
Right.
You serve the Lord, England can be brought into your hand, man.
That's right.
You serve the Lord, America can be brought into your hand, man. You serve the Lord, Jamaica, Trinidad, where's some other camps? Canada, you know what I mean? Haiti, Brazil, those nations or the oppressors in that nation can be brought into your hand.
That's right.
And that's the power of the Lord, man.
Right.
Reader.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
So now, when we get in this land, don't make no covenant with them. What is a covenant? An agreement, man.
Right.
The Lord said, when you get in that land, wipe them out, man. Don't make no agreement like, okay, we've had a war. It's been a long war. You know what? You just keep that land. You just keep that land. You know what I mean? We stay here. The Lord wants them gone, man. The Lord don't want them in the land while we are there. Reader.
Nor shew mercy unto them.
Don't show mercy unto them. Now, why did the Lord have to tell us this? Because blacks and Hispanics, we are some of the most merciful people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Don't make no one lie to you about, you're so aggressive and so evil. Listen, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we are the most loving people you will ever find on this earth.
That's right.
And don't let nobody tell you different, man.
Right.
We love the people that enslaved us for 400 years, man.
That's right.
We still fighting women. We fought in World War I and in World War II. And even when white people didn't want us in England, we still listened and came and built England, man.
That's right.
Built the NHS, built the London Underground, drove all the buses for England in a time where white people didn't want a bus drive at all. I mean, that is a fact. It's not you. I mean, we built a place and the people hated us. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because we are a loving people, man. Our oppressor, he is not loving. Our oppressor, he is not loving, man. He's not loving. He is selfish. He doesn't show mercy on us. But what do blacks and Hispanics do? Show mercy on him, man. Why? Because we are the merciful people that the Bible speaks of. Read on.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So meaning, don't make marriages with them. What is a marriage? Sex, man. What is this talking about? What we call today interracial relationships, man. God's saying, don't have nothing to do with them, man. Don't have sex with them neither, man. Don't see a pretty what's the nations Amorites and go, you know what? I know we're at war, but I like her, man.
Right.
God's saying, don't have no dealings with any other nation, man.
That's right.
Don't do it. Just wipe them out. Don't show no mercy on them, and don't even marry them. Don't have no dealings with them. And in the UPK, that's what we do, man.
Right.
We don't physically harm no one, but what do? We don't have no dealings with you.
That's right.
We're on the job. We say our highs and buys, but we're not going to serve your God, man.
Right.
Today is a Christmas, and we're not doing it.
Right.
We're in the UPK having a weekly holy day of the Lord, man.
That's right.
We don't have no agreements with you. Reader.
thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
So now you have a daughter, you can't give it to no African man.
Right.
You can't give your daughter to no white man. Talking about, well, when they have babies, they're gonna have some nice long hair, man. You know what I mean? In our family, our hair was never good. That's not the Bible, man.
That's right.
You don't give your daughter to his son because his son's got a nice job. You know what I mean? Well, we're poor. At least my daughter found a hardworking man. F that, man.
Right.
Make her be with a hardworking black man who's poor, man.
That's right.
That's what you should do. I mean, I've known people that got daughters and they gave him to some white man. But you know what? He's up there, man. He's driving a BMW and he's got money. You know what I mean? I don't want us to have the hard life that I had. Forget that, man.
Right.
Make your daughter be with a black man, and listen, you're poor, but you love each other, man.
That's right.
You're poor, but you're going to raise kids that serve the Lord, man.
Right.
Don't be weak. Read on.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Nor his daughter shall you take unto your son, man. Some Amorite, Hittite, he's got a daughter, and your son likes her. You better tell that son no, man. Man. Amongst blacks and Hispanics, you might find a woman that looks like her, man, who's of your bloodline, man. Our nation varies so much. There is no excuse to mess with another nation, man.
Right.
You mean, okay, I'll give you, just for argument's sake, you like white women, man. You mean, just for argument's sake, there are Hispanic women that they're not white, but you know what I mean, they may look as close to it as you can. Get one of them, brother, man.
Right.
In the UPK, we got varieties, man.
That's right.
I mean, you can't really, all you can do is just hit me up on the side, like, slack, you say, you know, I like this sister here. And, you know, listen, I'll try my best. And, you know what I mean? I'll help you as much as I can. But listen, you got no need to sleep with a woman of another nation, man.
That's right.
In this school, we got the pitch black to the caramel to the lights of light, man.
Right.
You got no need to mess with no other nation, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You hit me up, I'll hit up the camp leader of the school where they may be. And you know what I mean? If everything goes right, we will make it happen, man.
Right.
But you got no reason to mess with a woman from another nation.
That's right.
Read on, brother.
For they will turn away thy son from following me.
And there you go. That's what happens when you get a woman of another nation. The Lord is telling you what's going to happen. You're going to start following the Lord, man.
That's right.
I'm going to give you an example, and I won't say no names. It's a man I've known for years. In the 90s, bad man, gunman, shoot up the place, you know what I mean? Rob banks, done all of that, man. Bad man. He found some white girl, he's not the same guy, man. He's soft. I saw him like, that can't be him. You know what I mean? I had him on Facebook. He had an engagement ring for the white girl, man. Talking about, I love you, man. And nothing to make me happy. If I'm married, like, no. And he had a heart attack, like, no. You know, I couldn't believe it. It's like we got officers. Don't go up in the place. Alright, no, sir. Then let's glitz it, man. You know what I mean? Got all the Akim on deck, man. Let's get into it. So yeah, man, listen, bad man. I couldn't believe what I saw on Facebook to some white woman. Nothing would make me more happy, you know, if I married you. And listen, back in the world, he was a pro-black, as what you would call it. He's not that anymore, man. He's doing those dumb white jokes, shaved off his hair, his beard, wearing those white men Hawaiian shirts. Do you know shirts to wear? Do you know those West End shirts to wear? I was like, I saw the picture, like, that's not him, man. And what happened? His heart turned away from his people, man. Once he got that white woman. Now, of course, you know what I mean? Everyone's life, there's examples all over the place, man. But that's what happens. And the Lord is telling you, if you take a woman of another nation, your heart will go away from serving your God, man.
That's
Read on.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
And there you go, man. You take a woman of another nation, you are going to serve their God, man. In Birmingham, some black men in the mosque, they've took East Indian women, Pakistani women, and guess what? They're in the mosque hooked, man.
That's
They don't even care about their people. all they're concerned about is how to impress that heathen woman, man. And that heathen woman wants them in the mosque. That white woman wants you in the Catholic Church on Sunday, man. Right. So you've read the verses. So where are you now, Slakia? Okay, then in the Hebrew 7 and 4. Yeah, in the Hebrew. Oh my God, it's talking about turning your heart from me. What the fuck is it? Ah, no, man. 5 and moving out except for 5.
All right, the book of Deuteronomy 7 and verse 5. Kayar Kahar for Aishawa Laham Mazab Kafar Yaham Fafa Tazawar Wama Tazar Bafam Fasha Barawa Wa Shayar Raham Faggot the Iwan Wapasa Yala Yaham Fasha Rapawan Baasha. Verse 6. Kaya Aima Quad Wash Afar La Yahweh Allah Hayak Bakar Bakara Yahweh Allah Hayak La Yawaf Lawa La Ayam Sagala Makal Ha'aymayam Asha Ayla Panya Ha'adamaha. Verse 7. La'a Marabakam Makala Ha'aymayam Kashak Yahweh Bakam where you Bakam Kaya Afam Hama Aita Makal Ha'aymayam. Verse 8. Kaya Ma'ahabaf Yahweh Afakam Wama Shamara Afar Hasha Ba'ai Asha Nashba'ai La Bafar Yakom Hawataza Ya'a Yahweh Afakam Bayad Kazakar Waya Padak Mabayaf Ibadayam Mayat Para'aya Malak Matazariam. Verse 9. Wayada Aifa Kaya Yahweh Ala Hayak Hawa'a Ha'ala Hayam Ha'ala Hana'a Mawan Shama Haba Rayaf Waha Sad La'a Habayawan Wala Shemaya Matazar Wafa La'alak the Wa. Verse 10. Wama Shalam Lasha na Yawa Al Pan Yawan Laha but Yada Dawa La'a Ya'amara Lasha na Awa Al Pan Yawan Yashalam Lawa. Verse 11. Washa Maraf Afar Hamataza Wa'afar Hakakwayam Wa'afar Hamash Shepetayam Ashar Anyikaya Metazar Wayak Hayawam La'ai Shawafam. That's verse 12. Wahayaha. I Quab. Fasha me I one afar. Hamasha Tayam. Ha'ala'a. What Washam Rafam. What I Shafam Afam. Washama Yahweh. Ala Hayak. Lak Afar. Habariyaf. Wa Afar. Hakasad. Ashar. Nashaba'ai. La Arba Fayak.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them.
So now, remember, in the verse up above, the Lord saying, don't make no covenants with them. Don't show no mercy unto them. Don't make marriages with them. But thus shall ye deal with them, meaning you don't do that, but this is what you do. Reader.
Ye shall destroy all their altars.
So now, this is what we are going to do. We're going to destroy all their altars, man. What's that talking about? Their religions, man.
That's right.
Their philosophies, how they worship their God. Get their religion out of there.
Right.
Reader.
And break down their images.
And break down their images. All the idols, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Jebusites, the Canaanites had. You're going to break their images. You're going to break their idols. Reader.
And cut down their groves.
And their groves, man. That's some more images. That's an image made out of wood. A grove. You know what I mean? Saying, listen, get rid of all of them. Even the ones in the woods, man. It's like the wicker man. You know when people got those wicker idols in the wood. That's a grove. It's an idol, but it's in the woods. Reader.
And burn their graven images.
And burn their graven images. What does graven mean? Meaning it's a sculptured image, man.
Right.
When you sculpture it, so you fashion this idol in a certain way, destroy that too, man. Reader.
With fire.
With fire, I mean burn it. When you get the land, get their religion out of there, man.
That's right.
Don't follow their philosophies. You hate it. You burn everything that they worship.
That's right.
Reader.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
There you go. Because you're a holy people. If you're in the land, you can't do what the Canaanites do, man.
That's right.
You can't do what the Amorites do. You can't do what the Hittites do. That's what the Lord's saying. You're holy. When you get that land, you better burn all of it because you're holy.
That's right.
You're not like them. You got different laws. You serve a different God. That's why you gotta burn their images.
Right.
That's why you gotta burn their groves. Because you're the holy people, man. Reader.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people.
Yeah, man. We were chosen by the Lord. We're chosen. We can't do what the Canaanites do, man. We can't do what the Hittites do,
Right.
what the Amorites do, because we're the chosen special people, man.
That's right.
Reader.
Unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So what does that mean? If we're above all people that are on the face of the earth, we can't do what the Canaanites do, man.
That's right.
God's saying, I'll put you above all the people on the face of the earth. Don't worship in the groves. Don't serve their gods. You're holy. You're above all people, man. Reader.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people.
Yeah, man. And let me tell you something. This is how merciful the Lord is. The Lord chose a nation that was a minority, man.
Right.
We was few in number. At this time, you know, there's Indians, there's Iranians. They weren't called Iranians by that time, but that nation was there. They were big, man. You can research it. Look at the population in India. Millions, man. In Nigeria, just in Lagos alone, there is 10 million there, man. In one city, 10 million people in one city. In London, there's only 6 million, I believe. In Lagos, in Nigeria, there is 10 million people. And Lagos is a small city in Nigeria. Nigeria has a population of 100 million people.
Right.
The Lord, he did not choose them. He chose the ethnic minority, man. We showed you that the Lord doesn't care about numbers.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So many people come to the UPK. It's a nice place, but there's not that many people. Listen, man, if you want to be in a place where there's loads of people, piss off in the church, man.
That's right.
Piss off in the mosque, man. Go on, man. And there's loads of people, man. You won't lack in numbers there. There'll be so many for you there. But listen, the Lord don't care about numbers. The Lord wants obedience, man.
That's right.
And the few, we can conquer the world, man. The few, we can do big things that you can't do. Reader.
For ye were the fewest of all people,
Uh-huh.
because, Salakia, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out of a mighty hand.
There you go. So meaning, this covenant we have with the Lord, numbers ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Right.
It's about an agreement that it had with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what this is about. Numbers don't even play a factor in this right here. It's about an agreement, and the ethnic minority of that time got that agreement.
That's right.
So let there be a lesson. Numbers don't mean a thing, man.
Right.
As you see, we go to camp and we dominate everywhere we go, man.
That's right.
The Brixton High Street is under our foot, man. We've had battles out there, police, and we are there, and no one can't do a thing, man. We've been on the Birmingham High Street, police come in, riot vans and all that, and we're still there. Why? Because the Lord's with us, man.
That's right.
There's Muslims been out there, there's been fake Israelites that have been out there, and none of them can do what we do. Do you want to know why? Because the Lord is with us.
That's right.
And that's what it all comes down to. Reader.
And redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
And there, man, the Lord saved us from the house of bondage, even from Pharaoh, king of Egypt, man.
That's right.
A minority, a people that was in Egypt in bondage. And again, the Lord did that anymore.
Salakia.
From verse 5. Okay, no sense.
Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him.
So what's the Lord saying? Meaning, if you love me, I'm a faithful God, man. I'll be by your side if you be with me, man.
That's right.
And that's something we all have to learn. You stick with the Lord will stick with you, man.
Right.
The Lord won't leave you. The Lord won't leave you in a rut. The Lord will be with you if you love him.
That's right.
Reader.
And keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Meaning keep his commandments, unto 1,000 generations, meaning forever, man.
Right.
The Lord will be with you forever. If you stick with the Lord will stick with you forever, man.
That's right.
The Lord won't leave you lacking. Reader.
And repay for them that hate him.
Oh, but here's the thing. If you don't love the Lord, remember, we are in a covenant with the Lord. So if you don't love the Lord, he will repay you, man.
That's right.
Why? Because you hate him. It's like you hate him. It's like if you don't obey the Lord, it's like you hate him like he's done something wrong to you.
Right.
Reader.
To their face, to destroy them.
And there, man, the Lord will pay it to your face, meaning you know it's the Lord, man.
That's right.
It's in your face that is evident it's the Lord that is doing it.
Right.
You don't have to guess and maybe it's coincidence. You are going to know it's the Lord that is against you.
Right.
You are going to know, you know what, that's the Lord, man. I wasn't obeying, I wasn't following. Reader.
He will not be slack to him that hateth him.
And the Lord won't be slack, meaning the Lord doesn't lack. He doesn't take his time. He's going to get you, man.
Right.
Immediately. Reader.
He will repay him to his face.
There you go. And when you get repaid back for the wickedness you've done, you are going to know it's the Lord, man.
Right.
It's going to be evident. It's going to be in your face. There won't be no need to guess. You won't need to think about it. You are going to know that is the Lord. Reader.
Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day.
There you go. So Lord's saying, listen, if you don't want to get paid to your face, just keep them laws, man.
That's right.
You don't want to suffer and die, and your whole life is heartache, just keep them laws, man, please.
Correct.
All right, so that's the class. I'm gonna do prayers upon the hour. I got back to prayers here. Right, I Madiam. Okay, no, so it's like that.
This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayah,
Shabbat Shemayah,
Shadash,
Shadash,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Shamkar,
Shamkar,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakukar,
Malakukar,
Naba'ah,
Naba'ah,
Ratazaka,
Ratazaka,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'aratza,
Ba'aratza,
Kawar,
Kawar,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Ba'Shemayah,
Ba'Shemayah,
Ba'Fondanawa,
Ba'Fondanawa,
the
Come,
Cow, Yawam,
Yawam,
Wasalakinawa,
Wasalakinawa,
Kabawafinawa,
Kawafinawa,
Wasalakinawa,
Kasalakinawa,
Kabawafinawa,
Kawafinawa,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Kabi'ainawa,
Kabayayinawa,
Wanasawan,
Wanasayawan,
Abod,
Abod,
Awashainawa,
Awashainawa,
Ayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Amalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ara,
Waha'ara,
I will love you.
I will love you. Amen. And in the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
Child of heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread,
And forgive us our debts,
and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is the Father, the Hebrew, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Fondanawa,
Fondanawa,
Akah,
Akah,
Larapa'ah,
Larapa'ah,
Kalmakilah,
Kalmakilah,
Kalmadawah,
Kalmadawah,
Akah,
Akah,
Latahah,
Latahah,
Hamatazarayah,
Hamatazarayah, Akah,
Mahapia,
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 Akah,
Akah,
Arakawa,
Arakawa,
Atama'ala,
Atama'ala,
Nagarashah,
Nagarashah,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Tawada,
Tawada, Aman. In English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushai,
please give us the power
please give us the
to heal
the power to heal
all manner of sickness
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the
the
dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua,
name of Yahushua,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. And this is the blessings. Barak Yahweh.
Barak Yahweh.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Yaka'ala.
Wa Yaka'ala.
Wa Alahayah.
Wa Alahayah.
Tazabi'ah.
Tazabi'ah.
Ala Wafihana.
Ala Wafihana.
Wa Ala Wafih.
Ala Wafih.
Wa Saranya.
Asaranya.
Wa Kutazayanya.
Apatazayanya.
Akali Yanya.
Akali Yanya.
Wa Akwafih.
Wa Akwafih.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wa Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Wa
Tawada. Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
My mighty General Yahweh.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers.
Officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushua.
the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahayah.
Al-Hahayah.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ay.
Ma'ay.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratza.
Wa'aratza.
Alifan.
Alifan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ganka.
Reganka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shemaka.
Shemaka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yishan,
Yishan,
Shabamah,
Shabamah,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Shemaka,
Shemaka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Zalka,
Zalka,
Aliyah,
Aliyah,
Yamika,
Yamika,
Yamam,
Yamam,
Hashemash,
Hashemash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakka,
Yakka,
Wa'irah,
Wa'irah,
Bilayillah,
Bilayillah,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Shemaka,
Shemaka,
Kalrai,
Kalrai,
Yashema,
Shema,
After Pashka,
After Pashka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yashema,
Yeshema,
Haza'aka,
Haza'aka,
Wa'aka,
Wa'aka,
Aika,
Ma'aika,
I will
I will Amen. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills,
unto the hills,
from whence cometh my help.
from whence cometh my help.
My help cometh from
My
Yahweh,
help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper,
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon the right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 8:3. Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Al-Damayah,
Al-Damiyah,
Al-Kar,
Likar,
Al-Bakarash,
Al-Bakarash,
Ba'al,
Ba'al,
Bashaqat,
Bashaqat,
Al,
Al,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayakika,
Al-Yabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yuwan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Aimaka,
Al-Aimaka,
Ira Yamwa,
Ira Yomwa,
Sawadah,
Sawadah,
Wayafar,
Wayatha,
Aitazabo,
Ya'aitazawa,
Al-Tazapuwanika,
Al-Tazapawanyika,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Nakawa,
Nakawa,
Wanakakida,
Wanakakida,
Magaya,
Magaya,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Shom Yasha'ala,
Aiwadah,
Iwadah,
Kiyah,
Kayah,
Nawa Aitazabo,
Ya'aitazawa,
Nabar,
Nabar,
Yaka Adwa,
Yaka'adwa,
Alika,
Al-Yakar,
Wa'yah,
Vaya,
Yaka Rakwa,
Yakarafwa,
Ahalia,
Ahalia,
Alwa,
Adawam,
Wa'yashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa Abba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagaya,
Wahagaya,
Kabal,
Gabal,
Aimawa,
Wa'aimawan,
Aimala,
Wa'aimala,
Alashifa,
Kalashita,
Mawa Abba,
Aimawa'aba,
Wahagaya,
Wahagaya,
Kabal,
Gabal,
Aimawa,
Wa'aimawan,
Aimala,
Wa'aimala,
Alashaf,
Kalashah,
Aimishabya,
Aimishabya,
Kazawa,
Kazawa,
Gam Ashawa,
Gom Ashawal,
Alawa,
Nalawa,
Aimam,
Aiman,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Sarawai,
Banyalawa,
Banyalawa,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishala,
Aishala,
Hamadyan,
Hamadya,
Aziyah,
Asiyah,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Yabyan,
Kayabya,
Banakar,
Banakal,
Yashwan,
Wayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Ayan,
Na'ara,
Ba'ara,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Aman,
Aman,
Nadamar,
Adamah,
Shayafamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Ada,
Ada,
Yamawa,
Yamawa,
Aira,
Ta'ira,
Wakaza'aba,
Kazahaba,
Wakazabak,
Kazabak,
Wakazazan,
Kazazal,
Anai,
Benai,
Kal,
Kal,
Nasayah,
Asiyah,
Akamwa,
Kamwa,
Ashah,
Ashah,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Beirishah,
Erishah,
Lanawa,
Nawa,
Af,
Ah,
Na'awa,
Nahawa,
Alahaya,
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 Shayafamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Gangala,
Galgala,
Kwash,
Kwash,
Panjaraka,
Panjabaka,
Ash,
Ka'ash,
Aira,
Taba'aya,
Aira,
Ya'ira,
Wa,
Wa,
Kalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Kalaha,
Kalahat,
Ariyam,
Ayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Baridakma,
Saradapma,
Airika,
Asairika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Pafka,
Pafka,
Wabahalu,
Balam,
Kala'a,
Wala'a,
Panjaham,
Panya,
Kalawan,
Kalawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Kwashwa,
Kwashwa,
Shankar,
Junka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Nebashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Mahalwa,
Bahalwa,
Ajai,
Ayai,
Waya,
Waya,
Pawa,
the power,
Waya,
Waya,
Badwa,
Badwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Aiwa,
Aiwa,
Ya,
Kaya,
Pa,
Ata,
Shankar,
Shankar,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Badka,
Badka,
Ayuwan,
Ayuwan,
Alkaha,
Al-Kahar,
Ratazan,
Aratazar, Aman. And in the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace,
And be not still, O Yahweh.
and be not still, Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
the enemies make me tomorrow,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against
and consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a
that
nation,
the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance,
may be no more in remembrance,
for they have consulted together
for they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabor, and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah,
Do unto them
do unto them,
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
at
Kisa,
the brook of Pisa,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Horeb
Make their nobles like Horeb,
and like Zayed.
and like Zayed.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabal
all their princes as Zabal,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of the Most High
the houses of the Most
in
High, in
Eshen.
possession,
All my power,
all my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth for wood,
and as the flame
and as the flame
setteth the mountains on fire.
set up the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempests,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name,
that they may see thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most
art
High
the Most High,
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So be.
So be.
Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in
Shai,
the name of Yahweh,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses
Evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against
that
us,
speak against us,
thy prophets,
thy prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
and the schools.
and the school,
Send evils and curses
and evils and curses,
and punishments and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake
and
loose
shake loose
the treasure of the rich of Israel,
the treasure of the rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school,
Force their riches
force their riches,
to enter into thy sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary,
Send evils and curses
and evils and curses,
and punishments and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the Edomites
to Edomites
and the nation
and the nation,
and their drug
their
dealers,
drug dealers,
the court system,
the court system,
the prison system,
the system,
Planned
Planned
Parenthood,
Parenthood,
or the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads,
Skinheads,
Classical Matazi,
Classical Matazi,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program,
national space program,
Army,
army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet
open up the internet
and the airways,
and the
the
airways,
cable access channels,
cable access channels,
and the radio channels.
and the radio channels,
Convict the spirit
convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop
and
us,
bring swift destruction
and bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
all the people
that stand in the way
that stand in the
or
way
try to stop us
or try to stop us
from broadcasting your word
from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
around the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues,
us all the plagues,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
through the earth and consume them.
through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake
Let the plague shake
the house of the thief
the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine,
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers
and punish all the heathen
and punish all the heathen
that come up against us
come against
as
us.
we speak thy
As
words.
we speak thy word,
Cause it to be known by all
cause it to be known by all
that it is the angels that have done it.
that it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause it to spread through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be.
So be it.